What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Serpent Striker V2 because I've actually really been enjoying it, and I am extremely impressed with it. I plan on making a full review on the main channel sooner rather than later, though sooner is still a pretty long-term proposition, all things considered, with how our channel is going currently. We just have a lot of stuff we need to do and get done, and we're kind of kicking off, starting up the year and figuring things out. And so sooner rather than later, but sooner is still not that soon. But either way, right now I'm hanging out at a really dope little coffee shop near my place. I really love their stuff, but I'm just drinking a lavender latte. Gotta love it. And beautiful stuff. Anyways, the reason I wanted to talk about the Serpent Striker V3 is because I think it's really freaking good. Like, I am, legit extremely impressed with it. It is so much better than I kind of could have thought it could be. It just has a lot going for it, in my opinion. So the first thing I've got to say is just out of the box, the actual finish. Oh, man, the wind is bad today. Hopefully that doesn't harm the microphone too much. Sorry ahead of time if it does. But the finish on the G10 and just the out-of-box experience on this Balisong in general is extremely good. Like, this Balisong is $150, right? So let's get that out of the way just to start. This is a $150 Balisong, which is very cheap in terms of the rest of the Balisong space. Like, you're not going to find much better quality for this price point. For $150, what do you get? Well, you get a titanium and G10 Balisong that I think already looks like pretty fantastic. I really like the look of this pink G10. They have a number of different colors, obviously, but the pink, I'm really glad they sent that to me because that is absolutely my favorite colorway so far. You could also get it, I believe it comes in white G10 or maybe gray G10, but if you get it in white G10, you could also dye the G10 literally whatever color you want, which is also really dope. But the G10 and just the finish of the Balisong feels really good straight out of the box. Like, it really doesn't require any modification to feel like a really high quality Balisong. This feels more like a $300 Balisong than it does a $150 Balisong. And I mean that very literally because I actually didn't bring it with me to show y'all, so I'm sorry about that. But there's this Balisong called the G10 Wraith by EPS Knives. And that's another one that I unboxed recently, kind of alongside this Balisong. And they're both very interesting because they share similarities in the sense that they're both titanium sandwich construction Balisongs with G10 on the top. But here's the thing. This Balisong is way better than the EPS Wraith. The EPS Wraith is not bad by any means. I actually really enjoy my Wraith. I really like flipping it a whole lot. However, I had to modify my Wraith to make it an enjoyable flipper. And what I mean by that is that the G10 out of the box and the scales themselves were just not great, like the liners. The quality of the G10 was only okay, and down here at the bottom, it was really unfinished. It needed to be sanded by me, so I had to sand that G10 to make it comfortable to hold while doing fanning and other things, but fanning would really chew up your hand on that Balisong. And then the other thing to note is that on this Balisong, all of the titanium comes pre-chamfered. So they actually ran a chamfer pass on all of the titanium scales, and it is really nice feeling on the hand. Like, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with it. It feels fantastic down here, and the EPS Wraith did not come with that. And so once again, I had to sand the titanium to make it comfortable to flip. Otherwise, it was too harsh and just really not great. And so, that's the kind of thing where the EPS Wraith is a $250 knife, whereas this one is only $150, and yet it comes out of the box way more premium feeling than the Wraith. And, there's very good reasons for that discrepancy in price and value due to manufacturing constraints within the U.S. versus internationally, especially in China, where Maxace makes all of their products. So it's understandable the price difference. Like, I'm not knocking that against the Wraith. What I'm saying is that there are ways that the Wraith could improve, and this is a great example of that. So, this is all to say that I've really been impressed by this thing. For instance, the bushings on it feel amazing. I'm really glad they transitioned to bushings instead of bearings. I did like bearings on the Maxace Serpent Striker, but to be fair, I think they're better for when your Balisong is made of stainless steel than I do when they're made of titanium. Bearings tend to make the handles of your knife feel slightly lighter than they actually are, and so in my opinion, to balance that out, it's actually good to have a heavier handle material like stainless steel. And so by doing that, they're able to, have just a much nicer Balisong experience overall, utilizing stainless steel and bearings. But because of the transition to titanium for the liners, I really think that it was a very good idea to also transition to a bushing system on this Balisong, and they really did a fantastic job on the bushings here. They kind of knocked it out of the park. They've got basically zero play, like absolutely really, really good stuff. No tap, no nothing like that. Great action. You can tighten it up and it works just fine. Something I really like about this Balisong also is that even though it's not T10, and I certainly would prefer T10 for the pivots, as you can see, all of these screws are actually large enough that they could fit a T10 bit in there. So I'm a little disappointed that it's not T10. However, it is all T8, and I do like that. I like that at a bare minimum, it's not like T8 and T6, or even T8 and T10. At a bare minimum, it is at least just T8, which means you only need one bit to adjust the entire Balisong and completely take it apart. Now, let's do note that it isn't a perfect Balisong right out of the box, and what I mean by that is it comes with a pocket clip and a latch installed on it, and you're going to need to remove both of those to really unlock the flipping potential of this thing. You can go watch in my unboxing video on this same channel. When I unboxed it, I was impressed with it, but I don't know if I was blown away with it. I think that had to do with the fact that at the time, out of the box, it came with the latch and the pocket clip on it. Once I removed the latch and pocket clip, which is, first of all, very easy to do, and second of all, the whole reason that this thing even comes with all of the extra hardware that it does, which, by the way, this comes with a full suite of extra hardware. Don't know if I mentioned that. Once you remove those, this becomes a top-tier flipper, in my opinion. Like, this is a really, really, really good G10 Balisong. This is probably, or I would say this is easily better than the Replicant, in my opinion. I really love the handle pattern. They've got this single sort of like unified line that goes all the way down, and then it's got a few different cutouts and stuff in it. But that line actually gives you a fantastic amount of grip. The faces are rounded in a really interesting way that feels really nice in the hand. The sides are nice and grippy. Even though there's no jimping or anything like that, it really doesn't matter. You can still ladder just fine, and that's just because it's sandwich and it's G10. And so, like, you're going to get good grip on there, kind of no matter what you do, which is fantastic. I also just really like the blade shape on this thing. I think it looks amazing, and it feels great for chaplains. It feels great to kind of do basically literally whatever you want on it. Like, look at that. I don't know. It's just really nice feeling. I really enjoy flipping this Balisong. I really enjoy getting to kind of take it for a spin and take it for a ride. And so, I don't know. You can definitely expect, God, that wind is really intense right now. I'm so sorry about this. I don't know. I really enjoy this, and so far, I would say I don't know if I've flipped a better Balisong for $150. And I know that is some big talk, but I'm being totally honest. I am really kind of enamored with this thing. Honestly, the only complaint that I have has to do with the blade finish itself, right? So if you look, the blade is stonewashed, which looks really nice. Don't get me wrong. I do love a good stonewash, but part of me really wishes that Maxace would not stonewash all of their Balisongs. For instance, I think this one is not stonewashed. Yeah. So you can see here, Maxace does use a grinding wheel, and actually this blade is stonewashed. They stonewashed the blank blade, and then they ground these flats into it. So to be fair, this is a much cheaper process than this is. Doing a stone wash and then a grind like this is just generally more expensive. But, you know, while I don't think it looks bad, I love the look of a ground blade. Like, I really, really love the look of the grind on a blade. And polished blades are nice and whatever, but having that sort of like ground look in there, oh, that's just my favorite. You know, I don't think all Balisongs need that. As you can see, like the JW has a fully polished blade, so it doesn't have those grinding marks. And I still think it looks gorgeous, but just to me, it's just a little detail that I just adore. I love having a little bit of that grind visible in there, and this doesn't have that, and so that's really the only thing stylistically I would knock it for. Ironically, the actual shape of the grind, like the design of the blade, I think it's awesome. I really enjoy this blade design. I think it flips great too. Like the blade just works really well for flipping. It's easy to tell which side is which while you're going quickly, so you never really have to worry about, like, you know, hurting yourself accidentally by not knowing which side of the blade you're about to catch. So yeah, I don't know how to describe it other than I just really like it. So expect a full review on the main channel eventually. I'm going to kind of go through all of the little details that I think about it and really like hunker down and figure exactly, you know, what I want to tell y'all and how I really, really feel about this thing. But for now, I just want to say it is really fantastic. And, if you haven't picked up a Serpent Striker V3, I honestly couldn't suggest it more. I'm really blown away with this thing. It is so much freaking fun to flip. It is really good. If you were going to get an EPS Wraith, but you missed the drop, this is a great intermediary. I still think there's a reason to have both. I think that the EPS Wraith just offers something completely different than what the Serpent Striker V3 can offer. But at the same time, they're both very good G10 Balisongs, and I think I'm just excited to see more things popping up in the G10 titanium space because, I don't know, I just think it's really good. Like, G10 and titanium is just a dope combination, and so I hope more people end up producing stuff for that. So, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and yeah, buy the Maxace Serpent Striker V3. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.